All right, everyone, it's almost 60 degrees right now, and I'm back in my garden. Unfortunately, well, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is that there's a lot of grass actually left in these beds. I dug it out the best that I can, but some of it is coming through the straw, and so I'm going to have to deal with that in the spring. But these beds are done. You can see there's a little bit of witch grass in here. This stuff, it puts long stolons out in little lines. You can see that. Underneath the soil, and it's very difficult to get rid of. I did the best that I could. It is mostly cleared out, but it's going to require retilling in the spring. I could do it now because things are pretty much thawed out in this weather, but right now I've got other things that I have to do. Viking garden, looking good. Again, there's some grass in there, but once I lift the straw out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it, put a little bit more amendment into it, and then I'll just put I'll munch the straw up actually, or I'll toss it in the path. Maybe I'll just get a bunch of straw and use that as bedding in between the beds actually, you know, as a mulch form. This bed, which I use the heavy maul on, this one doesn't have much in the way of weeds growing up. I mean, there are a few little patches. They're not going to do much though because it's going to refreeze actually tonight. And I have made a decision as regards what I'm doing with the garden expansion. So those beds are already done. I mean, I have to retill them, but that won't be hard. This one will be rebuilt along with one here. It won't be a short one though. It'll be as long as the one there. And then I'm going to do the corner and then the middle garden. What I'm going to do is on this side, I'm going to expand it out that way and have two more beds, again, roughly the same size as these ones. And that'll pretty much set me up for the year, because I would expand it out further in another direction. I can't expand it out towards the field. That's impossible because the hose won't reach. I mean, you can irrigate in other ways, but it's really not worth it. And that backside has to be squared up anyway. And I could expand it this way, but the problem is I'd have to get rid of that apple tree that's in the middle in order for them to be able to service the power lines. As you can see, they've got a right-of-way there, so their trucks need to be able to come through in case something happens. By the way, it's a very windy day. Extremely warm, but very windy. At least the wind has died down. You can see that clump of garlic in there. Oh yeah. I actually haven't checked the back bed yet. And keep in mind, all of this is slightly tenuous at the moment. Make sure my coat doesn't hook on that metal thing there. Doesn't look very green at the moment, but it feels green. You get this weather in March, you'd be like, yes, spring is coming at last. Let's see, the dead lilies. I should probably get rid of that debris, but it helps, you know, defend the roots. This back bed, which I had intended to retill again, it is overrun with witch grass, and so I'll have to take care of that. It looks like this winter is going to be about normal snow and a little bit milder than normal. That's basically the forecast. I don't even know if you can hear me over that wind, by the way. And so, yeah, look at the slightly wintry landscape out there. This is it's basically like a little chunk of paradise when you think about it. This tree. Oh, it's actually, it almost looks like it's starting to bud. I don't think you want to do that, my dude. I think you're jumping the gun. Since there's everything defoliated, you can kind of see this is where I put that sod. So grass will grow up in here, that's perfectly fine. And then it sort of bends back around down there. And that's just sort of to get into the berries. What I'm gonna do in the spring, when I have, you know, more material, is right about in the middle here. I'm gonna carry it forward and I'm gonna have a connector here that goes all the way down as well. Well, that's not our property, nobody cares because this is entirely fallow. And so the idea is to have like a little miniature path through the berries. It helps get air into their root systems, preventing disease to an extent. It certainly helps you to actually access the berries. And I'm expecting a bumper crop based on the winter forecast. I'm expecting, God, I don't even know how many berries are going to be in there. It's going to be absolutely delicious. All the plants, though, they look like they're doing okay. Something walked around in here. Looks like maybe a deer or something like that. This is why I need to get more firearms, you know, for garden defense. I won't hurt the deer, but if I see a skunk, it's like, okay, you're a skunk. Who really gives a damn? Anyway, yeah, There's a lot of junk on the property still. There's a lot of maintenancing to do. I've been cleaning inside and out to the best of my ability, and you can see that sheet of rain. It's literally coming. Oh, there it comes. I better get inside before my phone gets destroyed. That's about all. Peace out.